I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. Call it a... Oh, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Bring it. Get him! Get him! Get him! 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. King, king, king. Hey, Zoo.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before the 2002 NFL realignment. So they're into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. He gets it to Humphries. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Mariota gives to Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Third and goal, Mariota. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shit.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Alert.
Mayfield on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 59 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mariota to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fighting his way through contact. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 55, Mike 55. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. I got you.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down throw for Mariota. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, where's 33? Pistol. Here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm coming. What's that? 55. What's that?
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go, D. Watch twist.
A first down carry for Henry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Check.
Mariota hands to Henry, and he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 32 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Run. Bravo. You ain't doing nothing.
Mayfield now gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Mariota going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Check three. Alert!
A first down throw for Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Let's go. Come on.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Regular. Pick it up. Hey, exit. 55.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
66.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mariota. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 17.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain it.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Suckup, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Mayfield now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They run, Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Run. Point it right. Topper!
Check 55.
Hey, seam 6.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike 55.
Hey, alert 33.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check. Fresno. Kill.
Now Chubb. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
55.
Hey, orbit.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield stepping up. He'll try and run. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to run with Hunt. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run again with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
No gain on the play.
Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
6 down. Check 6 down. Check.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon. And not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
He'll return it from the 6.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go.
Hey, alert!
Mike 54. It's a party.
the ground. It's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
This all the time,
That's it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood. 54.
They'll look to throw. Past the 20. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
20. Alert, 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 alert. Regular, regular, regular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there, and he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate?
And plenty of weeks to come. So for the Browns, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will